On the night of December 2, 1984, residents in a sleepy Indian neighborhood opened their eyes to a dreadful disaster. On that night, thousands died in their sleep. Many others died on the streets. The air of an entire city was filled up with tons of toxic gases. It was the worst industrial disaster in India's history. The Bhopal gas tragedy. The whole story started way back in 1969, when India was in the middle of Green Revolution. Indian government welcomed the Union Carbide Company, a leading pesticide manufacturer, with open arms. The company started its plant in Bhopal to produce a pesticide called Carbaryl, under the brand name, 7. The plant used a toxic gas known as methyl isocyanate as an intermediate for the production of 7. When humans are exposed to this toxic gas, it can cause severe eye irritation, breathlessness, vomiting, ultimately leading to death within hours. It also has another important property. It is soluble in water, but also reacts very aggressively with it. Contact with water causes liquid MIC to heat up, boil and vaporize, resulting in severe heat expulsion causing runaway exothermic reaction. As methyl isocyanate or MIC is a highly volatile gas, there were specific guidelines regarding its storage. The company had 3 underground storage tanks which stored MIC. One tank among them should be kept empty as a backup, so that it could store the excess gas from nearby tank. The storage tank should maintain a level of MIC less than 50%. By pressurizing it with inert nitrogen gas. This pressurization allowed liquid MIC to be pumped out of each tank as needed, and also kept impurities and moisture out of the tanks. A refrigeration system meant to cool tanks containing liquid MIC. A slip bind which act as a watertight seal within a pipe, preventing the entry of any foreign substance into the tank through the pipe. A vent gas scrubber, which is a large tank to collect any accidental gas leak. It then convert the toxic gas into inert one by forcing it through columns of caustic soda. A flare tower, which can burn any accidentally leaked MIC, thereby preventing it from escaping into air. Numerous water hoses were placed around the emergency vent, so that workers could spray water to any escaping gas. MIC dissolves in water, and by creating a water curtain, the workers could control any leak. So back to our story. By 1980s, the company was not generating much profit as they expected. Many Indian farmers preferred other pesticides over 7. The company decided to cut down their expenditure in certain areas. They underinvested in safety managements in order to save money. These included lack of skilled workers, insufficient maintenance and inadequate emergency action plans. The Bhopal facility housed 3 underground liquid MIC storage tanks. The company installed a pipeline as a shortcut from the MIC storage unit to the nearby chemical processing unit. By late October 1984, Tank E6 and lost the ability to effectively pressurize nitrogen gas, which meant that the liquid MIC contained within the tank could not be pumped out. MIC accumulated inside the tank way more than 50%, and could not be pumped out. MIC is a dangerously volatile chemical, and these tanks were supposed to be kept cooled to 0 degrees Celsius. A refrigeration system meant to cool tanks containing liquid MIC was shut down in order to cut cost of freon gas. Along with it, the flare tower, to burn the MIC gas as it escaped, which had a connecting pipe removed for maintenance and was shut down. Many vent gas scrubbers had been out of service due to poor condition. There were many incidents of minor leaks even before, with which the workers were familiar. These all events made the ideal background for an inevitable disaster. On the late evening of December 2, 1984, operators tried to clear a clog within a pipe, which connects the MIC tank to the plant's main piping system by flushing contaminants out with water. But the valve which prevented the backflow of water to the tank was found to be faulty. Even if the valve fails to function properly, there was another safety measure known as the slip band, which could have prevented the water entry by forming a watertight seal between the pipes. Unfortunately, this was also not installed, which helped the water to enter through the pipes. Water eventually reached the storage tank E610, which already has lost its ability to effectively pressurize nitrogen gas. Now 42 tons of methyl isocyanate has been exposed to water. By 11:30 p.m., the pressure gauges connected to the tank reached 10 unit from 2. It was initially ignored by the operators as they presumed the gauge to be faulty. MIC began to react aggressively with water, resulting in heat generation. Within minutes, the reaction mixture inside the tank began to warm up. This process could have been delayed if the refrigerating system was functioning properly, but it had been switched off months earlier to cut down the cost. Soon, the thermal runaway reaction took place. By 12:20 a.m., the pressure reading inside the tank showed more than 50 unit. The operators rushed to the storage area. The concrete slab under which the underground MIC was placed was vibrating violently. Soon they realized the actual condition inside the tank. Hot MIC vapor burst through the tank's automatic pressure relief system. By 12:30 a.m., operators initiated the emergency responses to neutralize the gas. They tried to activate the vent gas scrubber, but it had been deactivated at the time, and had insufficient caustic soda to neutralize the leaked toxic gas. Then they tried to kickstart the flare tower, to burn the MIC gas as it escaped. But at that time, it was disconnected from the plant pipe system for maintenance. At that point, nothing could have been done to stop the release. Employee triggered the plant's alarm system at 12:50 to alert the public. But it was too late. Tons of toxic gas has already escaped into the air. The highly toxic substance made its way around small towns near the plant. On that night, about 3,000 people were killed instantly and condemning many others to a future of prolonged pain, cancer, genetic disease and much more. Even today the scale of their sufferings has not eased. Meanwhile, Union Carbide Corporation argued that water entered the tank through an act of sabotage. Water entered the tank when a rogue employee hooked a water hose directly to an empty valve on the side of the tank. Many legal battles were fought against the Union Carbide Company and the employees for years. The extradition of Warren Anderson, who was the CEO of the company at the time of the disaster, failed. In 2010, 7 former employees of the plant were convicted for death by negligence and sentenced to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of about $2,000 each. Several rights organizations have been, for decades, demanding harsh punishment to those responsible for the tragedy, adequate compensation to the victims, a proper rehabilitation plan, adequate medical facilities for survivors, and removal of toxic chemicals lying on the plant premises, among other things. But the wait for justice for the survivors of one of the world's biggest industrial catastrophes still continues.